This is a Beamer that I bought from the junkyard. It's 19 years old and it's got over 260,000 kilometers on it. And I plan to turn this into a daily driver. I bought this a couple weeks ago from the local scrapyard called Parts U-Pick. Is this a great idea, or do I need to get my head checked? I'm going to say yes to two of those things. I know very little about this car besides it has no power steering, and as you can see over here, it's a 2006 525 iX, meaning all-wheel drive. They were asking $2,750 and I ended up scoring this thing for $1,850. In this episode, we're going to go for a test drive, we're going to give her a good shakedown, I'm going to put it on the ramp, and I'm going to see what I'm in for. So follow along, because we're taking this junkyard Beamer to a daily driver. So let's go for a drive and see how bad this thing is. A few driving her here, I definitely should have turned around. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's this awful like rotational grinding kind of noise. Doesn't sound good, but we're going for it. Oh my god, so bad. So it says that our head unit is not coded correctly. I got no radio, whatever that's about. I don't think the AC works because it's blowing really hot air out at me. Whoa! Something really bad just happened. Oh my god, my tire just fell off. So no, it didn't fall off, but man, I thought it did. So no, the wheel didn't fall off, but that tire must have just like exploded. Cause it is like hanging. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like gone all together inside. Oh, the shit I get myself into. I just left the driveway too. Man, oh man. How does this thing work? So I'm not too familiar with BMWs, and this jack looks really weird. I don't even know how it works. Like, what the fuck is this? Well, I think this is how the jack goes. I'm not 100% sure. It's an odd looking jack, but enjoy this little time lapse of me instantly regretting BMW ownership. So I pretty much got all the lug nuts out except for one. It won't even budge. I'm standing on the breaker bar, won't move. So I'm not that far from the house. I'm gonna walk back, get my truck, get a real jack, and get a long ass breaker bar. See that black dot back there? I hope the rest of the BMW ownership is not like this. So the car is all the way up on the top of that hill, some more up there. I'm just walking back in my driveway. Luckily that happened only about a kilometer away. Well, still there. Unfortunately, nobody took it. I just fucking love this for me. Throw that in the garbage. Should have brought a shovel too. So the car is too low, I can't get this floor jack underneath it, but fortunately enough for me, this garbage BMW jack is a good shovel. That's good enough for me. You can't beat it. There's nothing better than a nice sunny day on the side of the road, changing out your BMW tire. So we got over one obstacle. I got all the lug nuts out. But now the wheel seems to be seized on to the hub, which is really, really nice. Like, I actually really enjoy this. So I'm gonna have to try to pound on this with something now. And if I can't get it off right now, I'm gonna have to go back to the house and get a hammer. Oh my God. I just found out why the tire bust, and I found out where our noise is coming from. This day just keeps getting better. So what you're looking at right here is a broken coil spring. And this was rubbing on my tire and friggin' busted. I'd like to get it off if I could. That'd be friggin' great, right? Honestly, you can't make this shit up, can you? Frig. I would attempt to drive it back with a spare, but I don't want to ruin my spare tire. So I wonder if I just kind of turn it so the pointy part is not touching my tire. It's just so comforting being on the side of the road. Traffic is whizzing by at 100 kilometers an hour. There's nothing that makes you feel more alive than putting your life at risk. I think this is pretty much what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to turn the spring so that the pointy part is facing in, not out. I'm going to put on my spare tire. And I'm going to hope for the best. I'll take my time going back home. What do you think of my German shovel? This tire is a lot thinner than the other tire too, so we might actually get away with this without ruining it. So note to self, future Islander, if you buy another car from the junkyard, put it on a ramp and look at it before you drive it. So we're trading the BMW for this bad boy. Who's that cranberry juice guy? Riding a skateboard or scooter or something? I feel you, man. Well, who am I to keep you down? We made it. So BMW ownership is going just peachy. For the minute that I actually did drive it up the road, the engine sounded good. No knocks, no bangs, it's got lots of power. The transmission shifts good. I probably had this thing going about 80 kilometers an hour. The body and the rest of the car seems to be in pretty good shape. Besides from that spring cracking and my tire popping, the test drive wasn't that bad. So we've definitely got some oil leaking. The valve cover gasket looks new, but it looks to be coming from this oil filter housing. Now remember, the power steering is not working. If you look in there, there's absolutely no flow in this reservoir. So that kind of tells me that maybe that power steering pump is not working. That would be what I would say anyways. I mean, I'm not a BMW specialist. So as you can see in here, this, just like me, this spring is cracked. Like, this mount is all just everywhere. So we're gonna have to get a full strut assembly for this side. And I think I'm going to do the same thing on this side. There seems to be lots of brake pad there. The rotors do have a little bit of surface rust on them, but I think that's mainly because this thing's been sitting for so long. This tire is also absolutely cooked. Here's the back, same thing. The brakes, the pads are like new. The rotors have some surface rust on them. I think most of that will go away once I start driving it. The rear shocks and springs seem to be new. They're pretty shiny looking anyways. It's like that on the other side as well. So it does got some clear coat and stuff peeling, but I'm honestly not going to worry about it too much because depending on how the rest of the car goes, I may wrap it at some point in time. There's that much oil leaking here, I can barely tell where it's coming from, to be honest with you. It's everywhere. So this would just pretty much had to be degreased, and you'd have to look at where the oil is coming from because it's everywhere. This thing's in really good shape, body-wise. I can't even believe it, honestly. This thing's in such good shape. Like around here, a 2006 vehicle around here don't even exist. It's long gone. Like you're lucky if you got something here 2012 and it's rotted out. Yeah, so if you look up here, I mean, the oil is absolutely caked on. Like it's hard to tell where that's coming from, there's that much of it. Everything else though, I mean, the frame itself, this car is pretty clean. Like the rockers, no big amount of rust anywhere. Same on the other side. This thing's in really good shape. I can't get over it how good a shape this is in. All the exhaust is in really good shape. Everything in the back seems to be aluminum, so that's great. It's got all aluminum subframe. All the suspension back here seems pretty tight. So this is the left front axle. The outer boot is actually leaking a little bit. And then if you look in here, the inner boot is cracked and also leaking. So here's my final thoughts. For 1,850 bucks, you can't get much nowadays. And that's Canadian too, okay? I'll put a translation here somewhere for American. Especially, I bought this thing at a junkyard, alright? Like, my expectations were in the basement. I had no expectations, like, honestly. I don't really think this thing is that bad. I don't know why it was at the scrapyard. I don't know who brought it there or how it got there. Maybe it was stolen and recovered. I mean, I don't know the story on this car. No idea. It's a 06. It does got a lot of kilometers on it. So probably with these few issues, maybe the previous owner just kind of dumped it off to the junkyard. So here's some things that we need for mechanicals. Oil filter housing, I can see it's leaking. I don't know if it's the gasket or the housing itself. The rest of the engine got to be degreased and cleaned off, and then you can go from there with the oil leaks. Because there's way too much oil to actually pinpoint anything underneath. There's no fluid in the reservoir, which leads me to believe that the pump is gone. I don't know these cars very well, to be honest with you. I never worked on many BMWs. Maybe it's something weird. There's no lights on the dash, but I'm going to start with a power steering pump. 2 full front strut assemblies. I want the struts, the springs, the mounts, everything all together. I'll replace 2 of those as a pair. And this left front axle, 2 of the boots are leaking, so I'll probably need a full axle. There's a bunch of other stuff that got to be done on this. As you can see, the clear coat is peeling. These headlights are completely faded. Inside, the radio is not working. The climate controls work when they want to. But this is a good start. So I'm going to try to get some parts on the go. I don't think I've done too bad. What do you think? Is this thing worth saving, or should I send it back to the junkyard? Look out for episode 2 when I get some parts. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.